Well, our next guests have both battled cancer, and they agreed to join us today with suggestions on what you can do that's truly helpful and meaningful for a friend or loved one facing a difficult diagnosis.
Yeah, Linda Short has battled breast cancer, but just last June, doctors told her she was cleared. Unfortunately, that was the same day she found out her twin sister had cancer. Jamie Schmidt is here too. She was first diagnosed with ovarian cancer at 24 and then again at 26. She now works for the Wisconsin Ovarian Cancer Alliance, helping other people, which is so cool. We're so excited to have both of you here.
Thanks.
Love the teal streaks in your hair.
Yeah.
Thank
Teal,
you.
a lot of people know, is the color for ovarian cancer awareness, which is fantastic. And pink for breast cancer. Yeah, you brought a pink T-shirt. Talk a little bit about your journey with cancer, Linda.
I have to tell you that I almost feel guilty because mine was so easy, but I had a mammogram, and I cannot say it enough. Women need their mammograms. They found it early. I was told if you feel it yourself, it's too late. If you feel the lump. So they caught it early. It was less than 1 centimeter. I was told I could have a lumpectomy or a mastectomy. Interestingly, they didn't say you have cancer. They said to me, you could have a lumpectomy or a mastectomy. I said, are we talking cancer? And they said, uh-huh.
Wow.
The nicest part about it for me was I'm affiliated with a group that does a lot with breast cancer, and so I was guided to a really good doctor whose main forte is just breast cancer. There's tons of good doctors out there, but this one, instead of doing a colonoscopy one day and an appendectomy another day, just breast cancer, and I felt very safe about it. But I went through it so easily, so I can't say anything negative about, you know, the awful things that happen. Conversely, my twin ended up with the mother load. You know, she ended up with losing both breasts, having a hemorrhage while she went through it. Then they said you have a renegade cell around somewhere, so then she had to have chemo. She's lost her hair, and now she's going through radiation.
Wow.
That's a tough battle. Here's a picture of you as kids. I'm going to hold up another one where you guys are a little bit older, but I think this is the most precious picture. How old were you guys here? Do you know about?
I don't know. I don't know. Guess who's crying though?
Yeah, you, right? Is that so cute?
Here's the other one.
And then here's
she's
the other
baby.
one.
She's the baby.
Look at how
she's
great.
3 minutes younger.
And when is this one?
High school graduation.
Look at that. Which one are you? I can't even tell.
Now you got to figure that out.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
let me look. I think you are this one?
Right.
Yeah.
Higher forehead.
Okay.
Oh, I saw the
Higher
smile.
forehead.
The
So
smile.
similar. Same hairdo and clothes and
The
everything.
old flip.
That's great.
Yeah, the old flip.
Well, that's a journey. How about for you, Jamie? What was your journey with cancer like?
When I was 24, I had a lot of problems with ovarian cysts, and I went in for a basic surgery and woke up finding out that I had a tumor on my right ovarian tube. And they kept a close eye on me. I didn't go through chemo or radiation, and then I recurred again 2 years later and ended up with a complete hysterectomy, and again, no chemo or radiation. So I felt guilty as well because I didn't go through all the horrible things.
But as a young
Shocking.
woman, the thing that you do go through having a hysterectomy is the opportunity to have children is taken away from you because of your illness. You could still adopt, obviously, but not being able to have your own children.
Correct.
And that's got to be heartbreaking, especially as you navigate relationships. Let's talk about when you weren't feeling well, because I always wonder when I have a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, a loved one. There's Jamie in the hospital. That's a good picture of you making a phone call, probably about what was going on, right?
Probably.
Yeah. Was there anything that people did for you that was particularly meaningful, whether they brought you something or did something for you?
In my case, it was a wonderful friend who gave me a book called The Blue Tattoo, and it's written by a Cedarburg author, and it has different scenarios about different people, what they went through, and that sort of gave me a premise to read and find out what is this jargon and what are they talking about. Luckily, I didn't have to experience some of the things, like going through the chemo and losing the hair and sitting there and everybody had IVs in their arms. But for my twin, the most uplifting thing for her was this Pink Heels group that comes. And Pink Heels is a group of pink fire truck, a volunteer fireman, Dave Graybill, in Arizona, decided that all women, he said, how can you look at a woman that has a problem and not want compassion for her? It doesn't have to be just breast cancer. It can be ovarian like Jamie's, but any kind of horrific a diagnosis, and they went to her house with the pink fire truck.
The
and
sirens blaring, because I
going,
saw the
yep,
video.
and a big breast cancer ribbon in the back. Pick her up, give her a dozen roses, have her sign the fire truck, and the only way they make money for this is to sell these Pink Heels t-shirts. So she said that was very uplifting, made her feel terrific.
That's great. What a thing to do for someone. How about for you? Something someone did, something someone said to you?
Well, one of the things that sticks out in my mind is when I was in the hospital for the last surgery, my friend Erica came and she brought me a Care Bear. And she told me to always have it with me. With the 5-inch incision on my stomach, she said always carry it and put the seatbelt over it if you need to cough. You know, you hold on to it, which was a really thoughtful gift. I would have never thought to do that, you know, so it went with me everywhere.
It's wonderful. My friend Susie also had breast cancer, Linda, and one of the things she said is to truly listen as a friend, to be available for listening. And some of the things you offer, you know, you say, oh, if you need something, give me a call, or if you want me to bring over a meal, let me know. But she said the nice thing to do is to say, hey, I'm bringing over dinner tonight. It'll be there at 5. Or, hey, stop by with some strawberries and a bag of bagels and cream cheese. Here's breakfast for you and the kids. Or she said, kidnap the kids. Don't say, well, if you ever need me to take your kids, give me a call. Yeah. Just say, hey, I'm coming over today after school. I'm going to kidnap your kids or take them out for a little bit, a treat, or to do a game or something like that. But to not just say, call me if you need something, but actually make it happen.
Well, and I love your listening. I was going to say that too, because you don't need to go there and flood them with a bunch of information. You need to find out where they're at and what they're talking about. The other thing that you can do is give them some key ideas. Carol lost her hair. She went to the American Cancer Society and got a wig, and she called me and said, I look like I have a squirrel on my head. It's awful. So somebody said, oh, there's a great salon. Go to the salon. She wouldn't have known about it if somebody hadn't told her. I couldn't tell her. I hadn't gone through that. And I think don't tell them things that could scare them. Just let them do the talking and ask the questions.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is there something that someone said or done where they had good intentions, but it really wasn't good in the end? Has that happened?
I was told one of the processes they have to actually put needles in your breast to mark where the surgery's going to be, and somebody just freaked me out, and they had me all psyched up against it. I didn't even know it was happening. And for Carol, when you lose both breasts, they put a drain in, and it's like 2 hand grenades hanging down. They had her so fearful of taking the drains out because they said to her, you hold your breath and they just yank. Oh. They didn't do that. So I'm thinking every case is individual. Don't say what happened to me. It may not happen to you. So be cautious about giving them fearful, you know, getting them scared and psyched up. It's scary enough to go through it. You don't need to have all these worries.
Right.
I think it's wonderful, Jamie, that you now help other people going through the same thing that you went through. And what a wonderful way to give your time because you've been through it.
It's absolutely amazing. You know, I didn't acknowledge the cancer for a long time, and then I met the ladies at Wisconsin Ovarian Cancer Alliance, and now I'm here to help support everybody and to start learning a lot new things. And stuff.
So great.
I think it's great. If there's one piece of advice for people who are watching who may be going through something themselves, what would you say?
I'd say do your homework, get second opinions. When Carol had to have the breast removed, one person said, oh, take them both off because you're high risk. And then someone said, have reconstruction now. No, wait, have reconstruction later. Do your homework so you're comfortable with it. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
What do you think, Jamie? Word of advice for people?
I definitely agree with Linda on that. Another thing is a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions and they're going to try to scare you and everything. You have to have a really good relationship with your doctor. And so that's my main thing is if you're not comfortable with your doctor, find a different one, and one that's actually going to sit there and listen to you and take the time to work you through this tragic.
And don't be afraid to ask for help because a lot of people want to give it. It's a blessing to give help. So here's some information first for the Wisconsin Ovarian Cancer Alliance. There's a phone number on your screen, and the website is wisconsinovariancancer.com. And the group that Linda mentioned is called Pink Heels, and that's a group that supports women who have cancer. Thanks so much, ladies.
Thank you for being
Great
here.
to have
sharing your story.
Appreciate it.